We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed. That whether any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, organized its power in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate, God damn it, that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient cause, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object evinces, I don't know what that word is, a design to reduce them under the absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Friends, Romans, and Patriots, lend me your ears and strap on your tinfoil hats, because it is time for the Gay Frog chat. I don't know. That kind of struck me today, man. Like, what is the whole January 6th thing about? Like, they're all mad. Like, it's written in the fucking first pages of our Bill of Rights and Constitution that it is the right of the people that if the government becomes corrupt, that we should overthrow it, that we should throw it down and replace it with a new one. And if, shouldn't do that lightly. We shouldn't just do that because, but there comes a point in our country's past, future, and current situation where it's gone too far. And I don't know. Are we there yet, boys? How's it going? Welcome.
Hey.
How's it going?
No, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I don't think we're there yet. I think we're close. I think that we have not gone past the point of no return. I think that we are in a dystopia. We are seeing the groans of difficult times coming ahead. But I do not believe that we are in a state at which we cannot fix things.
I mean, we are disposed to suffer while the evils are sufferable, and they've made careful, planning to make sure that they always go so far that, it's like the frog in the boiling pot of water. It's exactly what it is. They're just turning up the temperature a little bit at a time, and it seems like sufferable, and it seems sufferable, like, oh yeah, it's getting warmer, but it's okay. But if you were just thrown into the temperature that the water's at right now to begin with, you jump right out, right? I mean, what was it that caused the revolution in the first place? It was
small taxes,
compared
to now.
Little taxes on goods that were not provided, but were brought in from abroad. Uh-huh. They were like, okay, well, we're bringing in tea. We need to pay for this war that we just had with the French and Indian War and shit. And I'm not saying like the British were correct, but the amount of tyranny that they were expressing on the people back then compared to now was like nothing, dude.
Nothing. That's very true. That is a true statement.
The original American Revolution, there was a little bit more to it than that. You look into the time period, because it took like 10 years or so before they finally revolted. And in that time, you also had them demand representation in Parliament, which they were not given. And that was the final straw for a lot of them.
I mean, I don't know, dude. There were certain things that happened, like quartering of soldiers in people's homes was a big deal because basically like the troops would come by and be like, oh shit, winter's almost here. We're going to eat all of your fucking animals on your entire farm and sleep in your house and maybe rape your wife or something by accident. Sorry about that, but we got to go now. Peace. And like people were fucking pissed about that. Rightfully so, right? Like there was that kind of shit going on that drove a lot of the animosity towards the redcoats or whatever back then too. But fundamentally, it came down to we want representation if we're going to be taxed, and you're not going to give us that because we're a colony, so therefore, fuck you. And so now we have the situation in America today where we're being taxed to fucking death. Do you feel like you have representation in the government? Do you feel like your government's doing what you want? Do you feel like there's enough small government organization around you that you can even participate?
Right.
I don't feel like I can. Like local, even like school board stuff. Like, you know, there's the people who are in it, and if you're not in it, fuck you. And if you want to run for it, fuck you. And oh, who the fuck are you, dude? You know, like, okay, cool. I guess I can't even get on the school board, you know? I don't know, man. Raw Feeding dropped in a $2. Thanks, Raw Feeding, and said, just got the notification. What's the topic tonight? I mean, we're going to talk about Joe Biden, or Hunter Biden, excuse me, and his crack smoking, as we just saw. Did you guys see that video? We just played it. Yeah.
I did not see it.
Here, I can show it again. Oh, we got to go back. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Fucking YouTube ads. I don't pay money to YouTube directly. Maybe I should. Should I? Should I spring the fucking $5 a month or whatever it is so I don't have to watch ads?
We got it for the kids. They like it. So, yeah, I would. It's worth it.
All right. So this video just dropped. Again, this is Hunter Biden. I don't know. He's just sitting naked in a like hot tub or something. Smoking crack. And drinking booze.
Oh, my gosh. He's naked.
Yeah, that's why there's the...
Yeah, the blurred out. I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank God for that. Drinking a LaCroix. I don't know, man. That's... If this information was available before the election, do you think that, you know, we'd have the current outcome that we have?
Yes. They hated Trump so much. They would do whatever they could.
If Trump's kid was smoking crack on camera, do you think that they'd be covering it up?
Oh, no, it'd be everywhere. Billboards. Built movies about this shit.
Like, honestly, dude. Like, that's how... And everyone knows that. I mean, I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know, which is kind of the great thing when I talk to you guys. Like, we're on the same page about a lot of shit. But, yeah, dude, there's definitely a path that we're on right now is going towards a place that I don't like, and I don't know how to hit the brakes, you know? Like, we're a big society. I get it. Like, me as an individual has very little power in that society. But I would like to think that there's enough people who think like me and have the same kind of like outlook as to the track that we're on to say like, hey, maybe if we all pump the brakes together, or maybe we can all get together and do something. But here's the problem with that. January 6th. You think any group of Trump supporters is ready to get together and do anything? No. Here's the other problem with it. The summer of love. You get together and you do a protest or you do a thing, right? Peaceful on our side, we're saying, right? Like a gun rally, let's say. Do you think that Antifa is not going to show up? I mean, maybe. Depends on where you live, I guess. You know, like there's that aspect too. So there's a lot of barriers, a lot of things in the way between us and us voicing our opinion to the government and saying like, hey, here's where you're fucking up and we don't like it, you know? Anyway. Yeah, there's more to the video. He's schmaster spading. Because, I mean, if you're going to record yourself and smoke crack on video in a hot tub naked, you might as well whip it out and jerk it for a little while. How's it going, Taryn? Yeah, dude, that's fucking gross.
I mean, and a real frustrating part is we talk about lack of representation and being taxed to death. Where are our taxes going these days? Where are they going? They're going to other countries. They're going to social programs to benefit people who are lazy and don't want to care for themselves and make poor decisions. I'm not talking about people who are disabled and need help. I'm talking about people who have too many kids and are unable to take care of them. We're rewarding that. We've created a society at which you're better to just sit and do nothing than to actually work. You're better to sit and do nothing than actually work and have a job. So that's where our taxes are going. And they're going into school systems that just wish to indoctrinate our children and control them. Because even the numbers have shown, was it Tim Pool talked last week? The numbers show that conservatives and non-liberals have more kids than liberals do. And so what? They don't want to indoctrinate their own because they don't want to have kids. They want to indoctrinate our children. So
yeah, they abort their children and then they don't have any kids and they're like, oh no, the future's being raised by Republicans and I disagree with them.
yeah,
I know. Let's become teachers. Let's become these organizers that like teach people what's going on in the world, and we'll get them from a young age and get them to do exactly what we want to do. And then by the time that they're old enough to vote, oh, by the way, can we get them to vote a little bit younger? Is 16 okay? No? Oh, that's too bad. Oh, well, we'll just stick with 18, I guess. You know, like they got at least one good vote out of them. Like once you're like 4 years out of high school, I feel like a lot of people drop off of the fucking programming, and not a lot, but you know, enough that it makes a difference. But like when you're straight out of high school, dude, like, yeah, all of us were leftists. I was kind of lefty when I was straight out of high school, you know.
And you've never had a real check, so you really don't know what's going on because you had that like for me, a lot of those bullshit checks because you're working at the mall, you don't really understand. But then when you do like full-time work and you're like, wait, you're telling me I worked and I should be getting paid $1,000, but only getting paid $5.25. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I made at Subway. Was like, I think it was $5.50 an hour at Subway when I was like 16. And you know, like I worked there. Okay, so I started working there. I had no money, right? I'm like starving every day, and like it was like privately owned, so the owner was always there and like penny pinching, and you couldn't just make a sandwich for yourself if you were hungry. You know, like So whatever, dude. I'd like get through my day somehow without eating and just having like a soda, and then I'd go home and, you know. So after like 2 weeks, I finally got my first paycheck. And granted, I wasn't working full time. I was working like 3 days a week, you know, like 5-hour shifts. So like 15 hours a week. But still, I had 30 hours on this paycheck. And it was like $150. Because, you know, taxes and... Yeah, I don't think I got the full 30 hours on it, too. They fucked something up. But I was so fucking upset, dude, because I had been there for 2 weeks, and I had $150 to show.
That hurts.
Yeah.
I've heard some talk about not taxing people under 18's checks as harshly because they're the lack of representation that they have because they can't run for office or anything like that. I'm kind of into that. Most of those kids aren't like saving up. Those kids are going to dump it right back into the economy. They're going to be spending that money, saving that money, using that money to help their family. I'm almost inclined to allow under 18s to not pay taxes, but then I'm worried what that would create, you know. But anyways.
Yeah, people are saying like, not me. I wasn't a lefty. Not everyone. I was 20 and never was a leftist, blah, blah, blah. Well, and I wasn't a leftist about everything, but like there were certain things like the environment. I was very like, I don't know, we shouldn't pollute and we should do everything we can and yada, 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 without understanding the full context of what that would do to economies and to jobs and stuff like that, you know? So there's another side to that story that you're not told when you're 18. And of course, when you're 18, you feel like you know everything, right? So there's that part of it. And then the other one was, dude, did you ever see, what's it called? Zeitgeist?
Yeah, why does that sound familiar? I don't know what you're talking about though. What is it?
It's like this. There's a couple of them. There's like a series of films, the Zeitgeist movement. It was called. It was all based upon this idea that you should have a resource-based economy and that you could control everything with computers and basically everything should be. It's like socialism with technology. You know, like socialism didn't work because everyone had to work and no one worked, and so it didn't work. So if you have machines that do all the work, then you don't really, you know, you don't only need a couple people to work and everything works, right? So you should have this resource-based economy that things are produced based upon the resources that are available and allocated to people based upon like geographical distances from things and shit like that, right? And you
Oh,
can
yeah.
put all this into a supercomputer, and the computer would make decisions for the society as to what they produce and where they produce it and who
Ooh.
gets what. That way it's equitable. That way you can't blame like some overbearing government for having control over the resources and hoarding them for themselves, right? And it, you know, again, on paper, it sounds very good, doesn't it? I mean, in a way, it does. Like if it worked the way that they said it would work, where everyone got an equitable share and things were produced in a way that like left room for the next generation and you know, things like that, right? But the problem is that's not how shit works,
No.
dude. That is not how shit
No.
works. And as soon as you get your society running and you're like let's say you got it to work somehow. Like, hey, we're gonna have this resource-based economy, and we have these resources and that resources, and we'll have this centrally planned, like fucking like city that everyone lives in, and we don't use as much because we live centrally and you know build on top of each other instead of out and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, the neighbors are gonna be like, cool, I want some, and I have a gun. Boom, boom, boom. You know, like
Yeah, it's great in Star Trek theory, right?
Yeah.
That it's great to talk about and think about, but it's just not how things work. I believe that capitalism is one of the worst ways to run a society, but I think it's the best way out of all of the ways that we've seen in the past. I think it's got to be now. It's corruptible, yes, but I mean it's the hidden hand that drives wealth. You know what I mean? It pushes people to do better. It pushes people to crawl out and work. I don't know. I have less problems with that than I do with 10,000 other things. But I think that a pipe dream of everyone being equal and having equal pay, and that's just not how it works. There are people who work harder and they should be rewarded for that.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
that's just
it's also like dysgenics, right? Is if you're always taking resources from people who are able to gather resources and giving them to people who can't, then you're going to have generations of people who, you know, don't have the ability to gather resources and need them, right?
right.
If you, I mean, okay, so it's like hunter-gatherer kind of shit, right? Like if you lived in a tribe and your tribe worked together and you all were fit and stuff and hunted and gathered and did stuff and you were good, you had plenty of food. If you lived in a group that was like weaklings who couldn't do shit, you know, like your tribe's gonna die off. Like
Yeah.
that's just the way it worked back then. You know, like now there's no tribe that dies off. Well, there's one that's dying off, and it's our tribe, isn't it?
No, I don't. I think we're made to believe that. We're led to believe that. I don't think it's true. I think we're a lot stronger, regardless of what everyone wants to say. It'll come down to what us being will prevail in the end. There's no way we don't.
MSB 9021 says libs are definitely on their long march. Our money buys votes by way of welfare and other social programs for them. It's been going on for decades. Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, you have generational welfare going on, dude. That's ridiculous. Like welfare should be like, okay, you ran into a rough patch. Your husband died, or you know, you like had a car accident or something. Like here's some money for a short period of time to help you like not be homeless, so you can figure out another way around that or whatever. You know, I don't know. Well, again, like think about if we didn't have to pay all this money to government, and government wasn't always spending so much money that our money was worth less and less every year.
Yep.
How much you would have extra, so in case you did get into a car accident, or in case your wife did die, or something like that you wouldn't be immediately fucked.
Well, here, how do you stay out of poverty? You know this answer. How do you ensure that you do not live in poverty? How is it? What is it? The two things?
Get married and
don't have a child out of wedlock. Don't have a child out of wedlock. Graduate high school.
I thought it was like get a job out of high school, like for a year. If you can have a job for a year and like get married and stay married, then you won't be poor.
Maybe two or three things, but I heard that if you graduate high school and don't get pregnant out of wedlock, don't have children out of wedlock, those are the two things you can do to ensure that that your chances of poverty have like almost diminished completely. And the third one, add there, have a job. Have a job.
Yeah, I kind of fucked myself on one of those three.
Okay, but you pulled yourself out. Did you not pull yourself out? That's my point.
I mean, I have been in a point in life where I was pretty fucking poor.
Okay. Yeah. We've all been there. We've all been there at times. But if you pulled yourself out, are you creating a multi-generational upbringing of welfare recipients? No, I don't believe so. So there you go.
Yeah, I think they see enough homeless people on a regular basis to be like, what do I have to do to not do that? You know? Which is kind of like the good thing about like seeing that shit as a kid. You're like, ugh. Like there's some fucking trash people out there, aren't there? Like, yep, yeah. There are. I'll be one of them. Is that Matt?
Penis.
Oh, here we go.
You just come in and, you know, just add so much intellectual fortitude to the chats. I like it.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Big brain power.
Big penis power is what he means.
Hey, I'm not the one that said
it. So I was asking this question earlier before everyone showed up. I read this part of the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, and it goes on to say how you should basically... Well, let me get to that part. Governments are instituted among men deriving their power and just from the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. Are we at the point where we need to abolish it, or can we still alter?
Yeah, well, we can always alter it. The question then becomes is, do we have the societal fortitude to do so, and the people willing to do the things that need to be done before we get to the point of abolishment? That's the question, because it can always be altered. If enough people get together, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, it can be done.
Well, anytime there's an act of Congress, they're altering it, right? Yes. I'm saying, but they're not altering it in ways that are good for the people. They're good for the corporations. They're good for the multinationals. They're good for the companies that are close to the tit of government, you know?
Yes, I agree.
So therefore, has the government become so destructive to the ends of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness of the American people, the rights that are God-given to us, that it should be thrown off and created anew? I'm almost there, dude. I don't know.
On the other idea or perspective is whether the American people, like Matt was saying with the fortitude, it's whether if Americans have the appetite to bring that destruction that we saw with our nation building overseas to our front doorsteps.
Well, I mean, you would think that hopefully it wouldn't necessarily have to come to that. You could maybe say, like, all right, like, Texas, hey, we don't like what you guys are doing. We're just gonna make our own currency and do our own thing. Is that cool? Can we do that? I know we got some bases here. Let's work something out. All right, peace. You know,
so balkanize basically.
Yeah, I mean I don't see another peaceful way to do it, really, because you're gonna have sides that disagree, and you're not gonna have like a government set up for, you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine what the Bill of Rights would be today if they wrote it now?
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, balkanization is not necessarily a bad thing. It's more or less, you know, with the way our government structure is set up, is that if we can decentralize power, and the more decentralized that it comes, I think the more balanced and more harmonious our society will become, because we're not necessarily going to be at each other's throats because of sweeping, overarching rule of law from one particular location on the East Coast.
Well, I mean, this was an argument going back to the founding of the country, the Federalists versus I forget what the other party was, the Democrats, I think?
The Anti-Federalists.
Okay.
There was them and the Whigs as well.
But yeah, I mean, like, the Federalists were saying, like, we need a strong federal government. We need to have a strong military. We need to have a strong national bank so that we can do the things that countries do. And then the other side of the argument was like, no, fuck that. Like, we don't need any of that shit. We just need like strong people in the country that are able to protect themselves and provide for themselves. And in order to do that, we need to give them as much freedom as possible. And that side ended up winning the argument, at least initially. And then slowly over the next couple hundred years, it's like, gone the other way.
And that's why, we're seeing, more of this decentralization and more of this, people moving from other state to state because they're more aligning with the politics of that particular state. And that's why, even with the First Amendment, like a lot of people, I believe it was John Adams, and as well as I think maybe Jefferson even, they were heavily in favor of the state's right to what you would call with the Civil War they broke off the secessionists, the secession movement, and that's where also because as individuals we have the right to freely, what you would say, identify, or not necessarily identify, but relate with a certain party or membership, where also at the same time we have the ability to disassociate ourselves and try to distance ourselves with a particular, group or people. That's, like, I would not want anything to do with, groups like the Black Panthers, nor would I want have anything to do with the groups like the KKK. And then you go onto the state scale, you look at what the secessionists were about. They were more about the overarching, it's what they called the War of Northern Aggression. They were more irritated by the fact that the Union was becoming more autocratic and becoming the monster that they swore to fight and defend against.
Well, I mean, again, that was a states' rights issue, really, when it comes down to it. Like, yes, slavery was one of the things that was at issue, but ultimately what it came down to was like, hey, we in Tennessee or whatever don't want to abide by whatever rules you're making in Washington. You can't force us to do this. Go fuck off, And then there was like other things like voting stuff that was going on. If you had like black people only counted as like 0.6 of a vote or whatever when they were allocating Senate or House of Representatives people or whatever, I forget exactly everything. I mean, there was more issues going on than what they tell you if you just watch CNN today, and like that's another thing is like the erasure of history and the replacement with ideology, and then you have to like believe this thing that is unbelievable because it's not true, but if you don't say that you believe it, then they know that you're not part of the group, and that's really like religious dogma, right? He's like, oh, you're not a Christian if you don't believe that Jesus was risen from the grave 3 days after or whatever, right? Well, that's kind of an unbelievable thing. And if you say, yes, I believe that, then Christians are like, yes, I know you're a Christian. And if you're like, no, I don't believe that, then Christians know you're not. It's the same thing with like some of the woke fucking bullshit that they talk about all the time, that, like the virtue signaling, all that is saying like, hey, everybody, I'm part of the group too. Like I'm standing up and confessing my sins too. I'm going to church on Sunday, just like you guys. No, you're going on Twitter and saying like, yeah, the LGBTQ thing is what I'm about too. That's exactly what it is. And I think there's something to be said for like people have this inner need for some sort of a religious context or symbolism, or maybe it's like religious rites. What do you call that? Whatever. You just have this ingrained need for it as a human being, searching for a deeper meaning in things. And when Christianity and Judaism and Islam and all of these religions that have been out there are either debunked or made to seem fucking crazy or attacked constantly, and if you're part of that group, you're going to be attacked too. and people have this thirst, and they end up drinking the fucking disgusting water of big government, right? It's just like sewer water. But I mean, you're so thirsty, you're going to drink sewer water, so that's what you drink. Anywho. Which one would you guys pick? You only get one.
Oh man, that's a interesting selection.
The Ruger Scout, second to bottom,
This guy?
308. Yeah,
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
or the.
I don't know if I like the scout rifle like setup though necessarily, because you either have to do red dot or you have to do like a pistol scope, you know.
Or the one above it, the ranch, the Ruger Ranch.
Yeah, that's cool with the suppressor on it.
I think I need a good sniper with a suppressor on it. So I'm either going, I think the one is a Savage, and the other one I'm not sure what it is. There's the black one and the green one.
Yeah, I think I'm going with this green one here. I think that's probably the coolest one.
I'd want to know like what calibers those are in to be sure, but one of those.
I mean, they both have cans on them.
Yeah.
I think this is a Ruger precision rifle. I can't tell though.
I'm not sure.
The RPR, and this one looks like an intervention, but I can't tell what it is. Maybe it's just a, I don't know, 700 with a chassis or something. It's similar to the bystander effect. What's the bystander effect? Like where, like, the more people who were there, the less likely someone is to like do like, okay, like if you see a car crash and you're the only one that saw the car crash, you like feel like you need to do something because you're the only one there. But if there's like 100 people there and there's a car crash, then there's a chance that nobody will do anything because they're like, someone else has it. I don't have to do it. Or is that the one where it's like, okay, everyone gets on the elevator facing backwards, and then you get on the elevator and you're like, why is everyone facing backwards? And then by like the 5th floor, you're like, all right, and you turn around backwards too. You're doing the same thing as everyone else, like subconsciously to fit in, because people just do that, you know? I mean, it's the same thing when you were like in grade school and you showed up with a shirt on that everyone made fun of. Did you wear it again? No.
No.
You didn't. I didn't. I don't know. I don't like getting made fun of, so I wouldn't wear the shirt again.
Yeah, but once you get made fun of and then you see the girl that used to make fun of you in high school and you see her Facebook profile picture and her curtains are being held up by duct tape, you know, but your acne cleared up, you're all fucking good. I'm just saying. All right? Because my curtains aren't held up by fucking duct tape. So fuck her. I'm talking to you, Nicole.
Yeah, fuck
you, Nicole.
Fucking bitch. Corey dropped in $2. And howdy, tank ticklers. How's it going? I'm starting to think that Corey is in fact himself a taint tickler. That's why he's always blaming everyone else for being a taint tickler. That way, you know, it's like what the left does.
Projection.
Ooh, look at this thing.
Oh, I kind of hate it when people do that to Western guns.
I don't mind it, but like at least try and keep shit matching. Why do you've got wood, black, and OD? Like fucking just make it black at that point. Quit your stupid shit. Leave it black. Like just put a black fucking rail. If you're gonna put a rail on it, put a black rail on it.
Yeah.
Like
That fucking tricolor bullshit looks stupid.
It's only really meant for, you know, real modular weapons like they are.
It'd be cool if it had like a red bolt, like a yellow scope, and like a blue trigger. And
yeah, I mean,
just
if you're gonna go that far, you might as well make it like a fucking omni-colored fucking
clown gun.
You know what I mean,
it is the gun. It's Jacob's gun of many colors, or whatever.
it's like the Technicolor Dream Gun.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, just fucking go for it. If you're gonna do that much bullshit, you might as well just fucking go for it because it looks stupid the way it is.
That's hilarious. Oh, I got your waifu porn.
Oh,
What gun is
Where's
that?
Jolly?
that's one of those 22s Smith & Wesson makes. and Ruger as well.
Okay.
Looks more like a Ruger than a Smith & Wesson.
It's a Ruger. It's that Ruger
Yeah,
Light.
it's like
the
Mark
Ruger.
3, Mark 4, whatever.
Yeah, the polymer one.
I've shot it. Those are cool.
Looks like it weighs nothing.
Yeah, it's weird. You're like, did it fire? Did it fire? Oh, it fired. Okay.
Well, I've got like that little TX-22 semi-auto 22 handgun, and it's pretty goddamn light. You know, like this thing's built to be light. On top of that, I feel like
the only 22s that I would trust, that like Mark 4, Mark 5, I trust those. I don't really dig like Beretta's 22s or Sig's 22s. They're all shit.
That Mosquito is dog shit.
Yeah, they're all shit.
Yeah,
I mean, it's made by it's not ATI. What's the company that makes the fucking Sig Mosquito?
GSG.
GSG. There you go.
Yeah, they're all.
Ruger's 22 pistol seems pretty reliable. I've shot one of those.
Ruger makes a good 22s.
When they're designed to be a 22, they're okay. I really like the Rough Riders. Rough Riders are the best 22 pistol you can get right now for the price, $120. You can't beat that. Shoots like 10 rounds or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a 9 round or just like the regular
That's
6 rounder.
Cool.
Well, and I think you could also like if you depending on whether if you get your Heritage or if you get it from Ruger, you could swap out cylinders and start shooting 17 HMR and 22 mag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I mean you can get the one that comes with a 22 mag cylinder for like $20 more.
Or you can just buy the 22 cylinder. You can buy them off of Ruger's web or Heritage's web. That's what I did. I just bought the 22 mag cylinder. It was $30 shipped. So
that's what my uncle uses for chicken plucking in the 17 HMR pistol.
I don't even have 22 Magnum. How much is that per round or whatever?
It's like 2 to 3 times as much as 22, which is still, I mean, not a lot. You're not going to shoot it that much, but
like 25 cents a round then or something.
Yeah, I got it specifically as just kind of like a little fucking, rodent / varmint fucking thing, because we get raccoons and all kinds of shit around here. Sometimes if they're fucking with the animals or whatever, I'm not taking a fucking 9 outside or whatever. You know what I mean?
And a 22 is just loud enough to, like, what was that? But not call the cops.
Yeah, nobody's calling the cops in my neighborhood for
what was that?
Fucking 22.
Was that something that snapped?
I know this for a fact.
Is that tree branch?
All 3 of these are like cool switch ready, right? Which one would you choose? Which one would you take?
AK.
I'd be tempted to take the middle.
Well, fuck
the fucking
No.
whatchamacallit? I can't remember what it's called right now.
Galil?
No, it's the one that Ireland used to fight against England. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Someone out there knows what it is. Oh, it's the Taint Tickler himself.
How's it going, guys?
Oh,
Corey, I just assumed because you say Taint Tickler all the time that you actually used to be Taint Tickler. Is that true? I never
No.
asked. Oh, because I used to have a subscriber named Taint Tickler. And then you showed up and started saying Taint Tickler all the time. I just assumed you changed your name.
No, I've always gone by Corey.
Okay, well,
Just my name.
Fucking
Yeah,
never mind.
Is this an AR-18? Is that what it is?
Might be. I don't fucking know.
God damn it. AR-18. Yeah, that's totally an AR-18. Or is it?
It looks horrible.
Now I really don't want
It
it.
looks horrible. I hate that. It's like some off-brand shit.
No, they're cool. It's like exactly the same as an AR-15 here and here, except for it's piston-driven, right? And then it doesn't have. You can have a folding stock because it's got all the springs in here, and the bolt's the same. They just cut off the tail end of it.
Yeah, but
Oh,
can't
you know what?
fire it.
I was looking at some really cool guns, and there's this one really, really fucking sweet ass fucking piston gun that you can get. It's called an AK-47.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yep.
If I had, I don't have any AK, so I'd probably get an AK.
What's the
What's
negative?
wrong with this motherfucker's hobbit feet? Quit putting your fucking gross ass toes in the picture.
Everyone does that. It's great. I love
Fucking
it.
Bilbo Baggins over here.
You hear that, guys? I mean, keep putting your feet
Zoom
in
in
the
on the
photos.
feet
It
just for
grosses
Duke.
Duke out.
Somebody's
gross.
whacking it to that shit. By the way, somebody's like guns and feet. Ah,
Oh, that makes me want to throw up.
guaranteed, somebody watching this right now gets off on guns and feet. Now, maybe not
Probably
those particular
Duke.
feet.
No,
Maybe not
nope,
those particular feet.
nope,
but
definitely not Duke.
Guns, feet, and aliens.
Yep.
No,
oh, aliens shooting pictures of their ray guns with their feet in the picture.
nope.
That's Duke's thing right there.
I'm looking at the cornfield and I'm saying a no. Saying a no right now. The,
If you have
corn,
one of
and
these-
here, the problem is the corn is getting tall. It's
Oh,
getting
no.
taller.
That's
Like
the name of
E.T. could
that
hide.
freaky movie I was telling you about called The Tall Grass.
No, ET could hide in it right now. His head would stick
The
out.
one where they go in and they can never get out. They're just eternally stuck in the fucking corn
I'm not watching that shit.
forever.
Watching that shit.
Forever.
Oh, fuck that.
Just get
Fuck.
lost in there, and it's always like something because it's like, oh, I hear a kid, fucking, asking for help in the corn,
Nope.
and it'd be like a little kid, help, help,
Them kids,
help,
them kids just
and then
wait.
you go in there because you want to help the kid because you're a decent fucking human being.
Nope.
Yep.
I just keep walking. Fuck that.
You're gonna see a kid covered in blood on the side of the cornfield and not get out of your car to try to help them.
Actually,
You're like, my little brother's stuck
And
in
then you
there.
get out of your
He
car.
got hurt and can't get out.
And then you get out of your car, and then they run into the corn, and you're like, "Oh no, come back! I was gonna help you." And then you run into the
And like, it
corn.
doesn't take it. The second you step past the corn line, that's it.
Yeah, you're done.
no.
There's
That's
no
it.
more Duke.
No. Nope.
Like
not
the second
doing
you
that
step past the
shit.
corn line, you can't see the road, you
No.
can't see your car, you can't see shit no more.
I got string tied
You
straight
were-
right to the car.
And then they do
Kids are gonna
freaky
turn
shit.
around. They're gonna have
Then they
face full
do
of
freaky
teeth.
shit. They do freaky shit, and it'll be like your kid yelling,
Oh hell no.
"Daddy,
You
Daddy,
Nope.
I can't find my way out."
Nope.
will forever be E.T. sex slave.
Nope. Maybe next chat Honda does. I'll go into the
I mean,
cornfield live.
You have
I'll
to go
walking
in.
in the cornfield. I'll go
And then
walk
the
in the
kids'
cornfield
faces are
live.
gonna open up like they do in Blade.
I go a walking
That girl in the
Every-
middle's got a real ugly
in the
look on her face.
cornfield
Oh, fuck.
after midnight,
Maybe I'll get my light out there. I'll flash it right now. I'll see if there's anything out there.
just searching for
see.
some tang.
Let me see. We'll
Hey, is
look it up
that
there
in
right now.
Duke's cornfield right there?
I don't know. Look at all the people in the cornfield, Duke. They're calling to you.
Nope. I got my flashlight.
Duke,
Nope. I'm looking at the cornfield right now. Okay, knock that shit off. I'm looking out the. We need that shit.
They
out
start
my
walking towards Duke with sickles in their hands.
So did you ever really stop
Yo,
to
if you
think
ever
about
seen
who
this
it was
kid-
that really, really liked the house that you moved into?
What'd you say?
What? Huh?
What'd you just
What?
say? I can't hear you.
I didn't say nothing.
You
What?
said what about the people who used to like the house or something?
What? Somebody liked your house? Can you
If you
remember
ever
how
see
you
this
found
kid,
your
Duke,
house?
You
You
ever
have
see
a good,
this kid,
clear
you better
memory
run.
of how you actually found it? And do you have any like specific reasons why you actually liked the house you moved into right across the
Everybody's
street
just
from
ignoring Honda.
The aliens programmed Duke to get the house,
That's what I'm saying.
Stop saying
so
that.
they
Stop
can
saying
spit in
that.
his butthole and probe him at night.
They've been watching you since you were a kid, motherfucker.
No,
Yeah.
my wife saw the house
Uh-huh.
and she said, "Hey, I like this house a lot. I'm gonna put an offer in on it." And I was like, "Okay, I'll see it after you put an offer in." So that's kind of what happened. It was a little bit fast.
Uh-huh.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Patriots
I wonder
and
who
patrons. This is
influenced
Pick
her to
on
like
Duke
it so
Story
much.
Hour.
So
A blood
i- i-
offering,
Is your
right?
wife Duke alien in disguise?
She has hidden in the closet so many times and jumped out like an alien to scare me.
Oh yeah, see.
Now,
Yeah.
what specifically makes jumping out? What is the difference between just jumping out and jumping out like an alien? I'm just curious.
She makes this horrible noise, like an alien. Like
And what noise does alien make?
that.
Like that, or
Sounds like a turkey being killed.
I gotta
when
ask,
she makes that noise.
Duke, what traumatic child experience made you so scared of aliens?
he doesn't remember. That's what it is. He
remember.
doesn't
Here's
fucking
what it
remember. They
was.
took
Here's
it out
what
of
it
his
was.
mind.
He
Yeah,
went
they
to the lake with his cousins, and they tied him to a tree and left him.
Yes, exactly what they did. They left me in the woods, deep in the woods,
Yeah,
and my uncle didn't find me until like it was dark.
yeah.
So It was horrible.
Yeah, I remember the story, Duke. You were scarred from that.
Yeah, they left me out.
You
They
still
said,
are.
They
Your
said,
cousins.
ET's coming for you. And I was screaming. They just left me. And my uncle did not find me until well after dark.
Oh my
Dude, I would
god.
like never hang out with my cousins again, though. I'll be honest.
That's what my first cousins on my did to my siblings, my sister and my brother when they were still in middle school. My brother was real fat and had asthma at that point in time. My cousins just got done bow hunting and they just got done slaughtering a cow, so there's the gut pile and blood pile and all that crap.
That's the way they like them, though. They
And
like them a
then-
little chunky with maybe
said-
some breathing problems and
He
shit.
said fat and has asthma.
And then
He just
and
said
they leave the
portly.
pile.
Damn.
And then they get the idea of like, hey, let's go scare Stan's kids. Stan's my dad. And so they lead him out there. They're still dressed in camo. My Uncle Mike's got one of those mouth reeds for elk calling. And then there's this one dude who can make a cougar wail with his own vocal cords, not assisted by anything else, just his own voice can make a cougar call for whatever reason. And they get out there, they show them the blood trail or the blood, the guts and that. And then frickin' Dan was his name. Lets out a frickin' blood-curdling cougar scream just out. And it causes my brother and sister to book it. And of course, my sister's running back to grandma's house, going like, "Come on, brother!" I'm leaving my brother Shad back with asthma, going, trying to grab his inhaler, use it at the same time while he's running for his fucking life. It was that
Your dad's
scarred
name
them
is
for the rest
Dan.
of
Was
their
he a
life.
big fan of Eminem by any chance?
Do what now?
Was your dad a big fan of
I don't-
Eminem?
I actually, my dad.
Is your brother's real name Shadrach?
Nope.
Is your name Meshach?
Shad or
Abednego?
Shadley Russell Light.
And a minute ago.
Abednego?
Okay, so they turned on CERN this week. Yes,
I told
Like-
you that shit was coming. It
Like
was
a
gonna
week
take us
ago?
to another dimension.
And I was looking at the Chick-fil-A sign and it didn't look right to me. Did Chick-fil-A always have a K? Was it CHIC filet?
No, it's always had a K.
All right, because I was like looking at it, I'm like, motherfucker, is that the way it's supposed to be?
There's a bunch
Then
of
I,
that
then I
shit
was
going
remembering
on.
that CERN got turned on, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is what is reality? I don't know anymore.
We're
Mandela
slipping into
effect.
an alternate reality.
Oh, here. What the fuck?
Just a
He's
toe.
just got a toe.
What is wrong with that fucking toe? Look how big it is.
That's a huge toe.
The
seeing
fact
as
that
you-
it's so big that it protrudes and you can see none of the rest of the foot.
Dude, look, that nail looks like it looks like his toe's like way too fat, right?
No,
Like,
that's a
the nail's
syndrome.
normal size and his
That's a
toe just
syndrome.
kept growing.
That's a syndrome. People can
Honda?
have. They get one big toe.
Honda,
Look it up.
can you please
Look it
put
up.
my wife's feet back on the screen?
That toe looks like the toenail was ripped out.
Gun control. Buying one when you really want 2, 3, 4, or 5. It's true. It is
Yep.
gun control. Scar Kitty. I like scars.
Man.
They're cool. I've shot one. They're smooth. They're really accurate. They're not worth like 4 AR-15s. You know,
Exactly.
Well, and the only one worth getting is the fucking heavy, the 308. Like,
right? Right.
I wouldn't get a Scar Light.
Well,
But
if
it's
you're going to
not
have
worth-
all that weight, you might as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the
Not
Scar Heavy's
worth-
like $100 more than the Scar or something. It's like not very much more money.
Yeah, I know. So you might as well just fucking get the big bad one.
It is not worth having.
To get
it
a
is not
really
really
good decked out AR versus the Scar Light, what's the price difference?
Scar Light's are like
$3,000.
$2,500.
You could probably buy maybe 2 fucking Daniel Defense rifles for the price of one Scar, to be honest.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, let's look. I'm gonna look at something and tell you how many beans it's worth.
Beans!
Yeah, you're gonna need at least 3,200 beans.
I feel like
I'm-
you're looking up gun prices online, Honda.
And
No, I'm talking about something unrelated.
And don't quote me on that price. I'm just shooting from the hip.
I don't know. I may just be remembering the retarded prices that scars were going for under fucking COVID. So I don't know. Last time I saw a fucking scar, it was like $3,700
Well,
or
they're
some
also
ridiculous bullshit.
well, it doesn't help also when they're made by FN of all companies too.
This is what you do. You buy a like a M1, right? M1A
Mm-hmm.
used, and then you buy like 3 ARs and you're good.
So a 16S is 3,200 beans ish. A 17 heavy is 3,500 beans.
See, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
By the
it's not
time
worth
you
it.
all said and done, you're spending almost 4,000 beans.
And then
That's so many, dude. That's a whole free
Holy frijoles!
That's a whole.
Do they charge
the
that
whole
much
burrito.
because they got like 50 shades of FDE on that motherfucker?
Oh, they fucking sure as shit do.
FDE is going to be going out of cool business real fucking soon. It's going to be like the fucking mullet, man. We're going to go straight back to black looking fine as hell. FDE is fucking stupid.
I
It
like
is-
FDE sometimes on some guns.
Yeah.
I don't have. In general, I think there's way too much of it out there.
Yeah.
I think it looks stupid as shit on ARs and AKs. And a lot of these other fucking guns, these tards fucking put fucking shit on whatever. I know somebody out in the audience is now pissed. They're like, but I have it. I'm sorry. It was not
noticed
my
OD
intention,
Green's
but
been
it
blowing
looks
up, too.
stupid. Okay?
Well,
So
and it also
Zoro-
looks like 80.
Zoro out there's asking, I would rather have a CZ Bren. Well, he's not asking a CZ Bren 2 than a Scar Light. Would you rather have a CZ Bren 2?
No.
Yeah, I'd rather have a Scar.
Yep, same here.
Now,
I'd rather have a fucking ACR, honestly. I love
I
the
don't-
Remington ACR.
here, the only saving grace that it has is in a firefight, I would much rather be shooting 308 at whatever I'm shooting at than I would 5.56. But for the amount of ammo I can carry, the amount of the time I'll be able to shoot it, the 5.56 is better. But man, the power behind a 308 is way fucking better than a 5.56.
308 is kind of nice. Like I've got that AR-10, and like you
Yeah.
shoot it side by side with the AR-15, and the AR-15's like pew 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 pew, and the AR-10's like kaboom boom boom boom. It's fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, so I've shot the Scar and it was a fine.
Oh, they're
I know.
great guns, just they're not worth the price.
Yeah.
There's so many other options out there if you want 5.56 or if you want 308 that are way cheaper and just as reliable.
Yeah,
That's the only issue with them. It has nothing to do with
That
the
is
gun itself. The guns,
that's
the
the main
scars
issue.
are awesome.
they're like pretty fucking accurate too.
Yeah,
You're
they're
making-
nice guns. There's no way in hell I would pay that much fucking money for one.
You're paying for the name of all things because they're made by FN.
Okay, you got to pick one again.
Oh, I'm going Scorpion all day long. That's
Yeah,
badass.
What's
Scorpion?
that
yeah.
one below the
That's
Scorpion?
Dude, that's a clob. That's what I would call it. It's not a scorpion. It's a
That one
clob.
below it, isn't that a CZ? Or no?
Looks like it.
You've got two Berettas, a CZ. Yeah, you got two Berettas and two CZs. That's what that is. It's two Berettas and two CZs.
Beretta Pico, or what is that? I don't know what
No,
that
that's
is.
the
That's like a
Tomcat
Tomcat.
or the fucking.
Oh, that's
what's
Bobcat.
the other one? The Bearcat. I
The
don't know.
You get-
Bobcat.
So from top to bottom
Bobcat,
on the Beretta side, you got.
Bearcat,
Well, I
fucking-
thought one of them was a cheetah.
Dogcat, fucking
Well, that top one is a cheetah, isn't it? That top left one.
Catwoman, fucking I don't know.
Catwoman.
I don't fucking know.
I think I would go with the bottom right, even though I have a Beretta.
I would still go with the clob. I'm sorry. All right, I was looking at this earlier. What kind of gun is this? They found it in a trench from World War One. So this is a World War One used gun of some kind. To me, it kind of looks like an Enfield,
It's not a Mosin, that's for damn sure.
because like the way that like the frame is, it kind of looks like the metal parts of the Enfield if all the wood rotted away.
I'd never taken one apart, so I wouldn't know. Be surprised if anyone could guess that.
Kind of looks like an M1 carbine, like a paratrooper model or something.
Yeah, but that's too early. If it was World War
Yeah.
One,
Oh, one. Okay, sorry. I thought I heard two.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's cool though. I like that, like the old history of Milsurp guns that you can buy. You know,
That's
it's
an
like
idea.
buying like something from a museum, but you get to hold it in your hand and you get to shoot it and you get to have it. It's cool.
There was
Can you zoom in on that picture, Honda?
Nope.
there's a guy up at Whidbey Island in Oak Harbor in Washington, and I can't remember the name of the gun store, but he has an all original St. Louis Hawken rifle, and he lets
Hawkins,
yeah,
Hawkins.
Indiana.
he lets
Shit.
they
Son of a bitch.
once a year they have like a Black
Vic,
Powder
no!
fest over there, and
Sorry.
they let people shoot it.
Hey, you know who Vecna is? Not Vecna. You know who Papa is?
Who?
Papa, the guy who plays Papa. You know who that is?
Papa? Which one's Papa?
The dude, the scientist dude in Stranger Things.
You mean
Who
Paul Reiser? Oh,
Yeah,
you
that's-
talking about Matthew Modine or Paul Reiser?
The dude who played Joker in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
is
that's
Papa.
Matthew
I didn't-
Modine.
I didn't know
You
that.
didn't know that was Matthew Modine? I don't. That's just the first fucking season.
No, I never put that together.
It's fucking Matthew Modine.
Just thought it was some creepo dude hanging out with kids, teaching them how to fuck up shit.
No, well, I mean, it is, but you know.
Wouldn't this be cool if the National Firearms Act got struck down because it's unconstitutional, and they're going to go back to the constitutional way that things were written originally when they're looking at cases, because they have control of the Supreme Court now, and the fucking left hates it, and I love that they hate it, and it's good what they're doing, and I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think they would go that far?
I hope they do.
I
It could
wish
happen.
they would. I don't think it's going to happen.
They could, but there's a
Unfortunately.
couple of question marks, especially like Kavanaugh's a question mark. Thomas is a certain yes. He would overturn that shit in a heartbeat, I think. Roberts even harder than he's ever before. And at the same time, even if they did, like states like yours and mine, like in Oregon, Colorado, there's no guarantee that, that the states would just frickin' just roll over and take it. You know what I mean?
Is this the Springfield Hellcat? Is that what that is? I think it is. It's definitely Springfield. I forget what their fucking Bullpup is called.
Alien.
I don't know. If Springfield wasn't such a shit company, would you get one of these?
Kind of gives me some Starship Trooper vibes.
I kind of like it, dude. I do.
I'm just not a fan of bullpups. I just don't really like them.
Yeah,
that
you
much.
say that, but what's your favorite fucking gun in the world?
My 1911?
The Steyr AUG? You've said it many times.
I've said it's my favorite bullpup. It's the only one I would want to own. That's literally all I've ever said.
You said it was the one gun to rule them all.
No, I've never said any of that shit. I said if I was going to ever spend money on a bullpup, it would be a Steyr AUG. It is the only one that I actually like. That's it. That's all I've ever said.
If you lose an eye, you can still shoot it with your no eye.
Yes. No, I haven't. Pieces of shit.
Oh man.
All right, again, you got to pick one. Ooh, I gotta go. Gotta go with the Galil.
Is that
Yeah, I would really love to have a Galil. Yeah, I'd probably go Galil.
is that
Yeah.
the one on the bottom or
No,
the
middle.
That's the middle.
Yeah, I as much as I love EOTech sights, I'd have to go with the one in the middle too, just because it's just got so much shit on.
Well, I mean, the one on the top's like I can't tell what it is exactly, but it's
just a modded AK.
it's like a 545 AK. Looks like.
Yeah,
I don't know what the one on the bottom is.
No, that's not a SIG. Is that a SIG? No, that's not a SIG.
Well, it looks like an AK receiver, though, doesn't it?
It's kind of AK-ish, but it also has some SIG characteristics to it as well. I don't know what the fuck that is, but either way, I'd go with the Galil in the middle, hands down.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, you got to name this gun. I don't know why.
It's an AR-15.
All right, next.
I don't think that was very difficult.
I could wear this shirt.
Ear, guns, and sex.
Well, titties, really.
Well, bra. You like wearing bras, is what.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
so
is fucking cool, dude.
that's not too bad.
That's that. I forget what that's called, and it's they made that for banned states, and I can't remember the name of the gun or the company that makes it. It actually is really, really cool, and the way they've got that broken, they essentially took
Yeah, they have a rat tail thing on it.
yeah, it's got the rat tail where the fucking bolt carrier group is essentially like they cut it in half, and then it's got that rat tail piece that goes down in the fucking buffer tube is down at an angle. It's a cool little design. I mean,
It's down in the wrist of the
yeah, and it's
there's
it's
like
a cool gun. It's a
There's
cool
like
way.
a tube that goes like here in the gun, and the rat
Okay.
tail goes into the tube, and there's a spring in it.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a cool design, and it was a cool thing to do for people who want an AR but live in a banned state. And they're expensive, which is the only downside. But
Oh,
I think your
Yeah,
best
whatever we
answer
can
they're
do to
cool.
get freedom to the banned states, I'm for it.
SKS is best gun for banned states.
I would tend to agree. Yes,
For
even at
trade-
today's prices, I would
Yeah.
still
$700.
pick up an SKS for what, around 500 to 600 beans.
Yep.
Give or take. I mean, depending on where you go, but
Unless you go to Tulsa, in which
Does-
case
does
the
my
shittiest
bud-
SKS that they sell in the entire gun show is 700 beans.
does my bud still have $400 bean SKSs?
Yeah, let's see how many
I haven't
beans
looked
they
in
are.
a long time. They had them for fucking ever, man. For like a year, they managed to keep them in stock. I mean, I get it; they're a big company, so they,
There was a while, for a short period of time, where the local sportsman in Washington, that's just across the bridge for me. There was a while where they were selling a SKS for still $3.99 during COVID when
yeah.
things
Well,
were getting
those
real
are all those
expensive.
Chinese ones that were coming in, and you saw them at JG, you saw them at Buds, PSA had them. Several. There was a bunch of them that came in. There were thousands.
Well, no.
of them that
This
came
is
in.
when they fucking spiked, when prices spiked. This was
I
when
know,
the shit was
and what
going
I'm
up.
saying is, in Buds, PSA, JG sales was still selling them for $3.99 beans.
Oh,
Okay, they still have them,
Uh-huh.
but it's in store only,
Ah, is it $3.99 beans?
and there's no beans.
No beans.
Anymore. There's
Okay.
no amount of beans.
That means, and this is what Buds, and honestly, this is what a lot of those places like to do that aren't just online only, that they actually have a retail location. They reserve X amount of the best ones for themselves to sell in store. They sell everything else online, and once that goes away, that's it. They, so the really, really nice ones are the ones that you can go pick up in their store.
Dude, does
that are
anyone
probably
still
selling.
sell SKSs online?
Who? What?
I wonder.
I mean, check AIM Surplus, JG Sales, Classic Firearms, PSA.
I'm gonna go
Those are-
gun.deals.
Those are the normal places, and occasionally you'll find them at like Golden Tiger Imports or whatever the fucking name of that place is. So it just depends.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on gun.deals. Not at all.
Yeah, maybe there might not be any out there right now, on a retail level anyway, not online. Who knows?
Dude, again, you got to buy that shit while it's out there, man. That's
Yep.
something I learned.
We both told people like a motherfucker for a very long time.
Yeah, if you don't have one now, it's your own damn
want
fault.
one, go get one. They
Yeah.
are cheap, and everybody's like, "Oh, I remember when I could buy an SKS for $150. I don't want to pay $3.99 for one." Well, now you can't get one for $3.99 if they're not out there. So now guess what? You don't have a fucking SKS. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You should have. You wanted, like, if you don't want one, cool. But if you do, you got to understand that was a good price for the time. So, either suck it up or deal with the fact you're not going to have one. Like,
Dude, Buds doesn't have any Milsurps right now, I don't think.
Buds is not primarily Milsurp stuff. Like, they
No, they're not.
occasionally get stuff in, and they like to, when big bulk stuff, like those Carcanos or the SKSs or whatever, when big bulk stuff comes in country, they'll jump on and they'll buy, a big chunk of them. But in general, they don't actively seek out, Milsurp stuff. They should, but they don't. So
Oh, they've got number 1 Mark III like training rifles or whatever, like non-functional, non-firing ones. That's all they have though. It'd be nice to buy one of those for like extra parts. Like, oh, this is broken on mine. Cool, just steal it, you know?
yeah.
So I have a quick question real quick. You know how, like, especially with Roe v. Wade and all the other stuff, people are whining, oh, we're leaving America, blah, 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 blah. If they overturned the NFA, do you think that would be the straw that broke the back of...
I don't think
all these
enough
fuckers?
people understand what the NFA is to give a shit. Like, there would be some people giving a shit, and certainly the media would be pushing it to fucking, you know, in whatever way, but a lot of people have never heard of the NFA. If you're not into guns, I guarantee you there's a lot of people I know have never even fucking heard of it.
Well, they think you can get full autos at Walmart. That's the thought process. So they're like, they don't even understand what, like, the difference between semi-auto,
Yeah, I know,
and full auto. And so you're right. I would agree.
They probably give
fully
less.
auto.
They probably give less of a shit than they did for Roe v. Wade, in my honest
Oh,
opinion.
fuck yeah, they would.
Because you look at how much of a freaking cry that they had over freaking, you know, what was it, the New York State Rifle Pistol Association versus Bruin case. They gave more, like, less of a shit than that. Is what I would probably give.
Okay, the zombies are coming up the stairwell or whatever, right? Or wherever you live at. They're coming in the front door. Which do you grab, the shotgun or the sword?
Shotgun.
Shotgun.
Yeah, damn.
Okay, but there's more zombies than you can load into the shotgun at one time. So you're gonna have to you have to shoot like 5 zombies and then like get away for a minute and reload 5 more times and then shoot 5 more to get, or you could just slash through them with the sword.
Well, that's Narsil.
So we have unlimited ammo, technically, if we had a choice, but we were subjected to reload.
And you got to think about how much area you got the room to swing that sword.
Yeah, to swing a sword. Yeah.
Well,
if you're in the hallway with it.
If you're smart about it, you're just not you're not swinging it. You're using it to poke them right in the freaking face.
I'll take a shotgun.
But you take at least 2 or 3 at a time.
Okay, here's another one. You're going back to battle in medieval Europe. Is a shotgun gonna like be good enough, or would you rather have, you know, like obviously you'd rather have like an AK, but would a shotgun be good enough for you?
Oh,
for the first battle.
If it's using freaking double at buck and slugs, hell yeah. But if it's just birdshot,
because you don't have range, like the arrows can shoot as far as your shotgun can shoot, right? And you don't have, like, it's a pump action 5-round shotgun, so it's not like you're going to be able to take out like a whole platoon of dudes or whatever. You're going to run out of ammo.
I mean, I think they're going to run after the first shot.
Well,
yeah, that's true though.
Thing is generally if you once you shoot a person with a shotgun, you know, dead to the point they're dead, they usually stay dead.
I mean, unless they're zombies, right? In which case, we're back to the first question.
And not to mention, if you're back then and you got a shotgun and you shoot a couple rounds off, they're probably going to be scared shitless, wondering what the fuck you have, and going to run away.
It's witchcraft.
Yeah.
Say hello to my boomstick, baby.
It's Merlin! Run!
Did you teach her about Allah?
Sig, everything's Sig here. That's pretty cool. I like
it when people do that type of stuff. Makes it look inconspicuous.
That's like they had one of those cases at my local gun shop, and you know how much that case is? Guess.
About how much is the gun?
Like $200, dog. It's cool.
Too bad.
It's cool, but they know $200 cool.
Yeah, my fucking Pelican case was just about as much.
I mean, I don't usually spend more than like 50 or 60 for a case, but if I was gonna have something like that, I don't know. Although you could just get like a fucking guitar case and like fill it with the foam shit and cut it out.
Yeah,
do it yourself.
Yeah, like not good with the toolbox.
Yeah, that
A
he
re-
ended up making so heavy he couldn't carry it.
A real good hard freaking guitar case is only like maybe $80.
Oh, it looks so sick.
What
That is
is
actually pretty cool. That looks like
Is that the adaptive rifle or whatever?
looks like a M240 Bravo
That's a saw.
mixed with the saw.
That's a saw.
That's a saw. Oh.
That's a saw just shortened down.
What was the designation for the saw? Was it M256 or
M2.
or M249?
No, 49 is the M249. Yes, 49.
Yeah.
Or like this that I did for my 1911. Hold on, let me grab it off.
I would almost prefer an M60 over an M249, mainly.
Grab the
because of weight.
canic.
All right, so check this out.
Ugh. I don't know. I've never shot a pig, so
Well, the weight.
You haven't shot a fat woman yet?
I saw this at an estate sale.
Ernest Hemingway. Oh,
Oh,
Farewell to Arms by
what did you
Ernest
do?
Hemingway.
What did you do?
But then you open it up, and it's a box, right? The phone's kind of fucked up. Hold on, let me put this in here. And I don't have all the accessories and stuff in there, but
Oh, that's cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
1911 case, dude.
that is actually pretty nice.
What'd you end up giving for it?
For this,
Yeah,
$10.
can't beat that.
$10.
At least it's not as obvious as like some of those other as those gun bookcases, like the ones where it was like bright, shiny, red, white, and blue. We the people often.
Ooh, I tried to make one out of a real book one time. Ugh,
Yeah, it doesn't
that
go
was,
so well.
That was a mistake. I was like, I'll do it. It looks so cool.
It's pretty hard to cut out all the pages the same.
It's so fucking hard to do that. I gave up on page 3. Fuck
I mean,
this
if you had
shit.
like a paper cutting press that could cut all of
Yeah.
the pages at the same time, and you just kind of angle it in the middle and punch straight through,
yeah,
then yeah, it would work. But like doing it with like an X-Acto knife, like fuck your life, dude.
yeah, I was fucking up all the pages that kept ripping out, and I kept getting more angry.
So, what type of knife you recommend you do that with? It was not an X-Acto, or
No, it'd be like an industrial like paper cutter, you know, like
Okay.
one of those presses that cuts through like fucking 1,000 sheets at a time or whatever, you know.
Oh, this
you're
is
probably
cool.
just better off manufacturing a tool and just using a hydraulic press.
Or just buy a new one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think they make them. Actually, do they make hollowed out like regular books?
Oh, I'm sure.
We gotta make
Hiding
them.
things.
I'm going on. The
Well, that's not
Amazon
just
right
a
now
box,
for
but
that.
it actually okay, yeah, like this.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, that would work. That's cool. How much is that? $17. See, Duke, you fucked up.
I fucked up big time, baby. Whoa. This is Fallout. This is Fallout lore.
What kind of gun is this?
That's
One of those
nothing.
gallery guns from back in the day?
Yeah, that's nothing.
Almost like the World War I gun from earlier.
Right. This just has like a few more pieces on it and some weird
Right.
scope.
That's
Got like pipe fittings to put the scope on.
I think that's what that Japanese guy made.
Oh yeah, it's the same one.
Right.
All right, gents, I gotta take off. I gotta go help my wife change her dressing.
oh,
All right, man.
Oh,
gotcha.
Go with ranch this time.
Yeah, Hondo, I need a large sweet tea before I go,
Oh,
Yeah, coming right up, man.
and another one
it'll be
that's half
$20.
equal.
Be
I need another one
$25.
that's equal parts of half sweet tea and half unsweet tea.
All right, that's $30. Sorry.
don't expect no change back.
Yeah,
All right.
plus tip.
All right, later, gents.
Later.
Yeah.
I love this guy's shit posting on freaking Twitter.
All right, which one do you need?
For
74.
me,
I have the only one that I have is an AKM.
well, on the AKM, they both shoot the same caliber as the 47, right? Or is there an actual difference?
I mean, the 47's milled receiver, OG, like, they only built them for a little while. The AKM is like the simplified version of that. It's the same thing.
I think I would go with an AKM because I don't have one yet.
74. If we weren't at war with Russia, I'd already have one with the 5.45, but I'm not gonna buy one with, I don't know, all the fucking rounds going down range over there. So fuck it.
What's the difference between the 74 and the 107? Is the 107 like the balanced recoil one?
It looks like it because it's got a longer gas system. If you look at it,
I think it even that's like it's been cropped for the picture. It's supposed to be even longer.
Well, they developed like it's like this weird like pulley system that like as the bolt goes forward, weights go back, and as the bolt goes back, weights go forward, so it counteracts the fucking recoil of all the things going on in the gun. So it's basically like shooting a bullet like a bullet hose. You know, you don't have any barely recoil at all, but it makes the gun way more complicated. Is the problem? So I don't know if it's like as reliable, but it's pretty reliable from what I've seen for what it is.
You are right. According to Google, it's a more balanced operating system, similar to the EK971.
I'm thinking of the AN94. Everyone's saying. Okay, well that's not even on this list. That's a pretty nice little collection of guns there. Although
he definitely
like hunting guns and shit.
He definitely likes to duck hunt. That's for sure.
Got the Ruger 1022 though. I like it. That's probably my favorite like fun gun is my 1022.
I don't know if I want to get a what's that type of stock for it, that Magpul stock for mine or not, but I do want to get one of those binary triggers.
Binary triggers where it's at, man. Turns it into just the funnest gun you've ever fucking shot. It's like going back to the county fair when you were a kid and you had to shoot the star out of fucking Saddam's hat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yep. Shoot the turban off his head.
Dude, that's Han Solo's blaster pretty much. Does this thing even work? How do they fit the springs in here?
It's a different recoil system.
It's a 22. That's why
1522 variants.
Oh, it is a 22.
It's a direct below barrel.
Because I've seen guns like that where they take it and it's got that SIG style fucking recoil system in it, and they make those fucking little pistols out of there.
I don't know. Just like this muzzle brake on it makes it look like Han Solo's gun. I want a muzzle brake like that now. I'm sure they sell them. Han Solo muzzle brake. They do. $60. Damn it. Well, whatever. You can get one. It's out there. I like it. Good job. Good job, people who make things. Just having a good old-fashioned gun chat tonight, aren't we? And that thing's super short, dude. Look at that thing. There's not even a handguard on it, barely.
Is that stock just wrapped in paracord?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was just freaking looked flimsy for a minute.
Oh, you know what this is? This isn't even an AK. This is one of those, oh, God, what do they call that thing? Dang it. It's just like an AK, but different. Matt, do you know what I'm talking about?
What?
They sold them for a little while. They're from a different country that, like, that was part of the Soviet Union at one point, but wanted to make their own guns, but the same fucking caliber or whatever, so they made their own shit.
Oh,
and it's got like that weird
talking
fucking
about I don't know. I'm not looking at the screen, so I can't see what you're looking at. Are you talking about the God damn it! And I'm blanking on it because you're asking me the ones that don't take AK mags, and that's the only thing that's wrong with them. Otherwise, I'd rather have those than a fucking AK.
VZ58.
There you go, VZ58.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Which they redid. They did the VZ2008s, which are fucking expensive, but yeah.
Dude, there was a while there where you could pick up those VZ58s for like they were like $400 or something like that.
Dude, I remember when they were $299.
And they would come with 10 magazines.
Yep.
They'd give you 10 fucking magazines
10
with it.
mags
just
and a
they knew they were
fucking
hard to find.
and a harness.
Fuck, man, I wish I'd bought one of those.
Yep. Would have been nice, but yeah, no, I kicked myself for not buying one of those fuckers.
Gunkle. Like an uncle, only cooler. Sig 556. I wasn't a big fan. Like, I don't know. I shot one of these and it wasn't as reliable as an AR-15. You'd like fuck with the gas system and shit. Like there was a point where the dude had it on the wrong setting and like shot the gun, and the gas piston and everything in here just shot out the fucking front of the gun.
Oh
yeah, it's like cool, dude. This is an awesome gun. It wasn't a CQB. It was a SWAT, but same difference. All right, which one of these do you need that you don't have?
Is that a 686 in the middle? What is that?
Looks like it. Yeah. No, that's a Colt.
Oh yeah, it is a Colt, isn't it? I'd still take that. That's nice. I like that. Although I love that fucking case hardened 1911. Never mind, I'd take the case hardened 1911.
I definitely like that. That one that just right above the freaking the Colt.
With the Ivor Johnson brake top or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like gives me Schofield revolver vibes. But I also would take that.
Are you gonna wear
like
a top hat and monocle with it? I'll just take it.
I would
I'll
also
just take the coat.
Can I have some peanuts?
Exactly.
But I would also settle for that Colt Peacemaker that right there with the rounded grip.
By the way, why is the Peanut Man so like high class? Anyone ever wonder that? Why the peanut guy walks around with a top hat and a monocle?
Because he's got all the nuts.
Actually, I don't think he wears a monocle. I think that's one of those myths.
No, that's the
That's the Monopoly Man.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monopoly Man doesn't wear a monocle.
Oh, okay.
That's how we know CERN's been turned on. Is
Yeah,
if
do
he
you
wears
remember a monocle or not? That which universe did you come from? I come from the monocle universe.
I do too. Although coincidentally, I also come from the Monopoly Man monocle universe too, so I don't know what that fucking means.
The Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle?
No, he doesn't.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yep.
Look it up.
Mandela effect.
Yeah. I was giving those two mixed up, Mr. Peanut and the Monopoly Man.
You didn't have a monocle?
No, he did not.
Dude, he had a fucking monocle.
No. That's a picture showing an example of the Mandela effect. He does not have a fucking monocle.
Yeah, but you remember him with a monocle.
I remember him with a monocle, but he
So
doesn't.
do I. I'm saying he had a fucking monocle. This is bullshit.
Well, apparently not. So I don't know what to tell you, but we're both wrong.
He was like a robber baron, right?
I don't fucking know.
Well, that's what like the archetypal robber baron would have is a top hat and a monocle, and that's
He
why
was from the 1920s. I didn't know him personally. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's what. Fuck you. Because I did know him personally, you know. Oh, look, it's Trump. That's hilarious.
Didn't they make a Trump Monopoly game?
They should.
Am I Mandela affecting again?
Let's look that up.
It's probably Trumpopoly.
I feel like they did.
I do remember Sinbad had a movie about him playing a genie.
No,
There was a 1989 Donald Trump Milton Bradley board game.
Okay. But no Trump Monopoly. All right.
There's Top Trump's USA Brooklyn Monopoly board game. I don't think there's like a specific. Well, I guess that would be the closest one, right?
This was back when he was like really young.
That's back when the left liked him.
Yeah.
And you get invited to all the
Rappers
politicians'
made
weddings
songs.
and shit.
Rappers made songs about him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here you go. Collector's edition Trump Monopoly. $5,000?
Yes, do it. It's worth something, man. You can flip that for an easy like $7,000. Do it.
It's like all my money, dude. On a board game. I could have a motorcycle or a board game. I could buy a car for my 16-year-old or have a board game.
Do it.
Buy your 60-year-old the board game.
Yeah, then he can flip it and buy himself an even nicer car.
What in the?
That's a
cool,
Pardini. I don't know what the fuck that is.
but I don't think this is legal, is it?
I
It's
don't
a
know.
stock on a pistol, technically. Got it.
Ooh, this gun's evil. It's a Keltec, sub 2K.
Yeah, mine was fine. I never had a problem with mine. I mean, I didn't shoot the shit out of it or anything, but
That's what that kid used in the parade shooting. Well, not this one specifically, but he used a sub 2K.
An AR like rifle.
Ooh, I know which one I would want. What about you guys?
HK, fucking MP5 all the way.
Yeah, seriously.
Yep.
Although that shotgun is pretty cool.
Nah.
But I already have shotguns, and I don't have an MP5, so.
The Nellies are way cheaper than those MP5s. Ever.
Springfield. What is this thing? What in the name of Gun Jesus is this shit?
It's something homemade, that's for damn sure.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Look at the fucking stippling on it. It's like cut with a steak knife. Does this guy have you guys beat? Let me count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's probably got me beat. Oh, here's your Steyr, Matt. The best gun in the world, in your opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Because I sure
The only
said
gun that anyone should ever have.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
I don't know why you don't have one.
I just never wanted to spend the money.
Yeah, I mean, they're not, I guess that's why, because they're not very...
I mean, even the cheapest I ever remember seeing an AUG was like $1,200 when I had nowhere near $1,200 to spend. You know what I mean?
I thought you had a Steyr.
No, I do not.
What do you
Dude,
have?
so I went to the grocery store today with my son, like picked up a bunch of drinks and other shit and stuff, you know, and got back to the car and was loading the car. And I did not know, I was wearing gym shorts. My wallet fell out of my pocket. And we got in the car. I closed the thing. We backed up. I went to the gas station down the street. Got out of the car. Where's my wallet, bro? Oh, no. Like, oh, fucking no. We got to go back. Went back. Yeah. Someone turned it in. Nothing was stolen. Nothing. Like, there are good people in the world still. But I got to get new credit cards. They're all fucked up. Yeah, I ran over my wallet. Like, all of my money was, like, crunched together. Like, I couldn't even close my wallet.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, dude. Like, thankfully, someone fucking turned it in, man. Thankfully, there's some cool people out there still. And I was thinking if I hadn't gone to Costco, if I'd gone to Walmart and the same shit had happened, I never would have seen that wallet again.
That's just racist.
What? Because white people don't go to Walmart?
I don't know.
You go to Walmart?
Only the poor ones.
You used to be Mr. Walmart back in the day, remember?
I still go to Walmart occasionally. Although I got to be honest, I don't go many places anymore because nowadays everybody delivers it. Like Walmart delivers shit to us. Sam's delivers shit to us now.
Does that cost anymore?
It's like, so because Walmart and Sam's are owned by the same company, it's like $100. Actually, it's like $98 a year. You get free shipping on anything that they don't have in store, and you get free home delivery for anything that's at the store delivered to your house, and you get like special fucking deals and shit, and it's like $98 a year. They're trying to compete with Amazon, is what it is.
Yeah, I guess they have to, man, because they're probably losing out like crazy compared to what they were like 10 years ago or whatever, you know? Because it used to be like you needed anything, you just go to Walmart, and they pretty much had everything. And now it's like you need anything, you go to Amazon. Because why would I go to Walmart? I'm like, I'm not going to buy groceries at Walmart because Walmart groceries are like suck. Like their fucking meat department's shit. Like everything's a little bit more than it is if you go to like King Soopers or whatever, you know?
Not down here.
All right, which one? Oh, is that the 308 fucking plastic case bullet? Have you seen these?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the freaking plastic caseless cartridges.
Well, it's not a caseless cartridge. It's just a plastic case on the cartridge. And they're supposedly reloadable, too. Look, this guy's got his toes in the picture.
What is with all the fucking toe picks? Jesus Christ, people. Fucking
Drop your dirty
savages.
feet.
Well, because you got to set them out on the floor, but then you got to get directly out over them, but then you also got back problems, so you can't stand too far back and take the picture, you know.
Okay, well, if you're a fucking moron and don't know how to, like, I don't know, stand on a chair or something.
Crop your feet out.
Like, there's 100 ways to do this without looking like a goddamn idiot. Fuck. Stupid people. Fucking stupid people.
All right. Which is your favorite bullpup out of these? You got the IWI, you've got your Springfield, and you've got your Steyr.
The IWI looks kind of nice. Kind of gives me Crest Vector vibes.
I've heard people shooting the IWI and that sometimes have a problem accidentally bumping the mag release with their wrist. Because it like sticks out too far or whatever. I don't know. I never shot one of the actually any of the Jew guns.
When you're shooting a Steyr, you have to wear a wetsuit while you're doing it. If you're not in the wetsuit, you can't shoot a Steyr.
I don't know, man. You got to have respect for Israel, though, because like there was a point when they were fighting against all the countries around them, and they couldn't find bullets, and no one would let them import fucking cases to reload bullets. So they ordered a bunch of women's lipstick that came in brass cases so that they could resize them and make them into fucking bullets. Badass. Now that's a collection. This guy's got everything.
But no toes, so it doesn't count.
Oh, this fucking thing. What is this called? I forget.
The
seal
FS
boat?
2000.
FS 2000.
Oh, God, dude. Fucking shit gun. Have you ever shot one of those? I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh, but
I've never shot an FS 2000.
how much are those?
More than a fucking what you call it that we were just talking about. More than a scar, that's for sure.
Yeah. I know they stopped making them, so prices probably went up.
Did they stop making those? That's weird.
Yeah, they stopped making them.
FS 2000. Actually, oh, that's current bid. Well, no, buy it now. Yeah, I mean, less than a scar so far, but it's still got like a week left, so probably not going to be less than a scar for long. Is that the only one that's for sale? Yeah, that's the only one. Plenty of Keltex for sale. Keltec.
Oh, did Mr. Guns and Fear sell some Keltec guns?
I don't know. What do you mean? Oh, because of the shooting?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's check it out. We got to go to Guns and Beers.
Because I feel like if not, he was missing out on a golden opportunity.
Oh, I put Guns and Deals. It's not his name. Guns and Gear. Where are you, dude?
I'm surprised you're not blocked
Mr.
yet.
Guns and Gear. Mr.
Usually,
Guns and Gear.
I'll find him. He is constantly posting shit, right? So I should just be able to scroll down and find 17 things that he posted. Oh, here he is. Okay. He's got 9mm. He's got some dude crying because he's a bitch. He's got some fucking mags and shit, and another gun, and a vortex. What the fuck?
I think that's just Twitter promo.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Some ammo and some parts. And what would Stoner do? And a red dot and a scope. I'm not seeing it so far. Although, what day did that happen? It's got to be the day after.
That was on July 4th.
Yeah, these were only 5 hours ago, so.
Jesus.
We're going to have to scroll way down. Where are we at? July 9th now? Still the 9th? Eighth. Hey, we're on the 8th. Holy shit, dude. How much do you think he makes off of each one of these? You know, like every time he posts something, on average.
Oh, who knows?
Because like he's got to be making some money doing it, otherwise he wouldn't do this so much, you know?
Oh no. Well, he's making money on sales, so he's getting a cut for every time somebody buys something.
Does he have a promo code or just link?
It could be either. He might have both.
Where are we at? The 5th. Okay, this would be the day.
Day after.
Yeah, this is the day after. So
Let's see. Keltex, any Keltex.
it's not a Keltec.
Let's see.
Oh, this is the 4th. Maybe not.
Oh, darn it. He missed out on a golden opportunity.
He probably wouldn't lower himself to Keltec. He's above Keltec.
Oh yeah, we already watched this. This piece of shit. He's a Satan worshiper. He's a fucking like Antifa supporter. He's like a leftist, and everyone was like, he's a Trump supporter after it happened, dude.
Yeah.
Like, quit blaming your shit on us, dude. Fuck off.
That
Yeah,
dude was
he's
literally
totally
Dayton
dressed.
2.0, man.
Yeah, he
Look at
totally dressed like a Trump supporter.
If you look into the guy that did Dayton back in 20,
Oh yeah,
19.
that fucking anarchist fucker.
yes,
That fucking,
he was Antifa allied, he was BLM allied, etc., etc.
Yeah.
He also could have been stopped in 2012 too, because he made a set of rape and kill list for his high school and was not brought up on charges.
Yeah, I remember him.
Holy shit. Where is this at? Italy?
Oh my god. That's in Colorado.
I need to go outside, man.
Did that say Englewood?
It did.
Fuck.
Yeah. It said South Texas. This is the border wall right here.
Damn it.
That's what happens when you pissed off Night Strike.
Is that a fire or a volcano? Jesus Christ, that's a lot of smoke.
That's coming from your house.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you got 5 minutes to get all your shit out of your house that you can. What do you grab first?
The guns.
0 cents.
Guns.
I kind of want one of these. A 0 cent coin. Oh shit! I'm not even looking at the chat. Sorry, guys. Battle Elf. That's a new guy. How's it going, Battle Elf? I haven't seen you before.
Battle Elf.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's familiar or she. I don't know. With
They-
Elf Quest. Used to read the shit out of some fucking Elf Quest back in the day.
Nerd.
Yeah, don't even play. We've had conversations offline. I know how much shit you know about all that shit.
That's funny. Dutch farmer. They want our land, not our nitrogen. Not limit our nitrogen. Well, I mean, what they're trying to do, they're trying to kill. They're like, if you are a farmer in the Netherlands right now, they're saying by a certain date coming up pretty soon, you got to kill off like 30% of your cows if you're like a cow farmer or sheep or whatever. If you're a sheep farmer,
Is that Donnie Wahlberg? That looks like Donnie Wahlberg.
so they're doing 30%. Like in the next year, and then a year after that, they're doing 30% more. So they're only letting people have like 40% of the total amount that they would have had normally, and they're forcing them to do this. And there's other things that they're doing too, like taxation bullshit. And they're basically putting a lot of these people who are intergenerational farmers who are on the same land that their great grandparents fucking farmed, and now they're going to lose it because of the government policies based upon things that they're talking about at Davos and, you know, like the World Economic Forum and all that shit, like the things that they're trying to push forward for the Green New Deal and all this stuff put together. They're fucking people like this, dude. And they're pissed off. And the dudes in Holland are going to the Capitol and spraying fucking manure on the goddamn steps of the Capitol. And it's fucking fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, whatever. I don't care what you're saying, though. I support you, but I don't want to listen. Bill Gates Foundation supermarket in the Netherlands that focuses on new age foods like plant protein meat has spontaneously caught fire in the middle of the night.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Bill Gates. No. Bill Gates' money. Yeah. Twitter. Is that the one where there's like dead hookers in all the trunks? And all the trunks keep opening?
Is that what that is? Wow.
But it was Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden arguing with a hooker about how much crack he has. Here you go. He's got 20 grams of crack.
Is that a lot of crack?
That's a lot of fucking
Yeah, that's a lot of crap.
Mhm.
That's a fuck
Yeah.
ton of crack, dude.
I wouldn't know. But apparently y'all do.
Yep, I know.
He's got enough crack for tonight. Well, maybe not. I don't know how much crack he smokes. Maybe it's not enough.
Never enough crack.
That's what his YouTube channel's name is. Oh, shit.
That's that one scene in Terminal List.
Oh, dude, you're fucked. Standing there.
I would start running if I was that person holding the camera.
Or like going up to a higher spot, maybe, or something. Yeah, you're fucked. Oh god. Oh dear god.
Oh dear God. Yeah. Nobody saw that coming.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Fucking moron.
Well, it looks like a glacier that just like had like a big fucking pocket of water behind it that suddenly broke or something. You know what I mean? Like a little ice dam that had fucking formed or whatever, and eventually the water broke through, and then it just fucking came out. That's insane, dude. Where is
All
that?
because of climate change.
Oh yeah. Have you heard this girl screaming, Matt?
No.
She's saying we love killing babies.
Oh, at least they're being honest now.
The chick's like 14 or something, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, I hope that this chick hasn't had a fucking abortion yet. You know what I mean? Like, with how young she looks, if she's already had even one abortion, it's like, god damn, you're just, your life's fucked up. It's probably not going to get any better. It probably just gets worse. Citizens storm Bank of China in Shenzhen over frozen assets. Doesn't look like they're getting in. Dude, things are getting. Dude, what are they doing out here?
Kung Fu fighting.
Huh! In fact, they're fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they fall with expert timing. Dude, I gotta watch this again. That's insane. Like, obviously the guy lived, otherwise there wouldn't be, like, footage of this shit, right?
Unless they found this camera years
Yeah,
later.
Like, seriously, why wouldn't you be like, okay, run, 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 run?
I mean, you have to get the view for the clicks. So,
Dude, that is so much water. Oh, God. Oh, dear God.
Yeah. Yeah, oh dear God, geez.
God damn, dude.
what if that was all semen?
This is an avalanche footage from the Tian Shan Mountains in Kyrgyzstan? Kyrgyzstan? What the fuck country is this?
Right, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's
one.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Jesus Christ. I can learn how to spell Kyrgyzstan. The steel rod of justice. Why are girls always doing shit like this?
Why not?
I can shoot arrows with my feet while doing a handstand.
I mean, it's great at Viking funerals. So.
And I'm not going to say that wasn't like we basically got to look up her birth canal, you know? And upside down titties always look a little bit better, like the anti-gravity titties.
Yep.
But still.
I mean, that does take some skill now.
They fall with expert timing. This is what the girls that I know are good at. Yep.
Yep, she's a keeper.
Contrary to popular belief, the highest honor in journalism is not the Pulitzer. It's being murdered by the CIA.
Or the Clintons.
Same thing.
Right, what's the difference?
Yeah. I feel like when it comes to that drink trick that girl was doing, it's all fun and games until you fuck up and spill it on yourself.
When you've accurately predicted the future for 40 years and people still listen to the psychopaths. Poor Ron Paul, man. I remember back in the day, like, whenever it was that he was when he was running for president, when he was, like, in the Republican primary or whatever. And I was on Facebook, and I was like everyone was talking about, like, what they thought about the debates and this and that. And I was like, I really like Ron Paul. Like, I really like what he has to say. I agree with a lot of it. And a bunch of people, and especially, like, relatives of mine that are all old and count on, like, Medicare and Medicaid and all that shit. They're like, you're crazy. No, he's gonna ruin the country. It's like, no, he's gonna make you pay for your fucking health care if you need it. Sorry, like, fuck you, dude. Sorry, Aunt Betty.
I'm sorry, Aunt Betty.
Oh, these are funny.
What?
Wait, what?
You gotta lift him up.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Go on, Dad. No, I don't like this. Ready?
Hey, he's got him all fucking mystified.
No, that's a fucking trouble, Dad. Paul, go floppy. Go floppy. Show him again, Dad. Go floppy, Paul. It'd be easier if you go floppy. I'm not doing anything right. I just text once. Ready, go.
This is kind of like one of those bar tricks where you're telling your buddy to don't let me pull your fist down, and you just smack your face. I feel like it's one of those. What the fuck was that?
What, the tree thing? They're grafting a tree together?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No, you can actually do that supposedly with different plants too. Like, you can take a rose bush and graft it onto a tree, and then the tree will grow roses.
It seems like witchcraft to me.
So there you go.
It has to use a lot of, like, what's that stuff our arborist uses, the scab repair whenever you get a really bad scab on it. Comes out as like a black paint in a way.
But they fall with expert timing. Oh, here's the Chick-fil-A thing. See, it doesn't look right, does it?
I always thought the A was lowercase.
It doesn't look right to me. I don't know why. And I didn't, like, look at it till today, till someone was like, did this used to have a K in it? And I'm like, God damn it. I don't know. All right, boys. Well, it's been almost 2 hours. Just a little bit longer than we normally go for the Gay Frog Chat, but I cut it short last night, so I figured we'd go a little bit longer tonight. All that being said, I had fun tonight. You know, it's cool looking at guns. Cool just talking and chatting and Mandela affecting and all that shit. And, you know, lots of shit going on in the world, so it's nice to take a little break every now and again and not be all fucking uptight about it, because it's like, what can you do at this point? I'm not really sure besides get ready for things yourself and make sure that you have and your family has the things that you need for the immediate foreseeable future of fucking shitstorm that we're going to be in. But short of that, I hope you guys are all doing great out there tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Free For All podcast on Never Enough Ammo's channel, where we're going to be touching tips and gingerly making love noises into each other's eyes.
Ooh.
So that's what you do. You make noises at each other's eyes on the internet together forever, coupling. You ever? Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to go there. That's too far. All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and end it there. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Thanks for being here. Love you.
Oh.